Computer maintenance is important. Do you know how to clean and test everything?
No, most of us probably don't. At least I'll confess, I do not know where to start. But the good news is preventative maintenance checkups are on sale right now.
Here to compute this, Thor Schrock. He owns Schrock Innovations. Always good to see you, Thor.
Hi,
How
Thor.
you doing?
Welcome back.
We have a computer on our bench in one of our shops right now. Literally the work order, because over the weekend I look at the work orders of what came in. Get ready for my Monday. And I'm looking over the work orders and it says, customer says computer won't boot after he cleaned keyboard with Windex. I thought Windex fixed everything.
Is there a problem with that?
Barely not.
No, but most people, hey, at least he's getting the Windex out. Most people don't do anything to their computer, you know? So how important is maintenance?
Yeah, maintenance is critical, you know, and it was kind of funny. Before I came on the show, I was in the green room talking to the other guests that were coming on, and they're like, why is my Mac so slow? Why is this so slow? Why is it doing that? And, you know, we're going through the whole thing. I literally had like a whole practice segment before I came out, because it's universal to everybody. If you have a computer, it's not running the same way that it used to run when you got it. Not because the computer is a piece of garbage or because it somehow got slower. It's because the software demands that have been put on it have become so much more intense. So as the world demands more of your computer every day, it can get it done. It has a queue, right? Kind of like us, you know. And after our kids come to us with enough things, we're like, Daddy needs a break before you.
One thing at a time. One question at a time.
First you, then you. Okay, let's go.
But our computers are the same way.
Exactly,
but as you're saying, they do this sort of. It feels like they're slowing down. So what can maintenance do, and some of the things that you do during these checkups? How can it help resolve some of those lag issues?
Well, yeah, like in the green room, I was talking to a gentleman who had a Mac, and he goes, "Why is my Mac so slow?" I said, "Your hard drive's probably failing." And he's like, "How could you possibly know that?" I said, "Macs are incredibly good at masking really bad failures until they're catastrophic failures. Then you're in my data recovery lab, and it's like a $2,000 bill. You don't want that." And you know, the Mac store won't work on Macs more than 2 generations old now. So they send them over to us. So keeping your computers maintained is the difference between, okay, on the radio, I do a radio show every week. The owner of the Stoisich House of Sausage, say that 10 times really fast, was one of the first customers to ever buy a modular computer from me. Over 17 years ago. It was Windows 98, and I was joking with him. I said, "You probably don't remember me," because I hadn't seen him in years. So you probably don't remember me, but you know, I just want to say thank you. You were one of my first customers, you know. And he goes, "Oh, I remember that computer. Has a green swash on the front. Runs Windows 98. We still use it."
What?
And I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" He goes, "Yeah, we don't take it on the internet, but the fan died in it, so we can only run it for like a half an hour before it shuts down. Then we have to let it cool off, and we can turn." I can put a fan in it, son. That's maintenance, right? We can replace fans as part of maintenance. We can detect these failures when they're small so that your computer can last you like that.
How many people are using a 17-year-old computer right now? Not many.
Not many, but there are some.
What do you cover during these preventative maintenance checkups? What do you cover? What do you look at?
Yeah, so basically we're going to start off with a hardware check because, you know, when you come in, we're going to ask you, are you experiencing any problems with the computer? Because once in a while we have somebody that comes in, like their computer won't turn on, so I'm going to bring it in for this $40 maintenance checkup. But if your car won't start, it doesn't do you any good to bring it in for an oil change, all right? So, you know, are you having any problems? Well, you know, it won't turn on. Oh, okay, that's a problem. So, you know, we'll go through and check the hardware. We check the hard drive and the memory. We make sure that your power supply is putting out appropriate wattage. We had a lot of lightning this year. And the funny thing with lightning is, you think there's a really bad lightning storm. And, you know, in my house, it's kind of funny because we see all the lightning and we're like, all right, power supply order. Okay, but it doesn't happen right away. It takes time. And then now at the end of the season, we're starting to see these power supplies finally giving out and they're coming into the store. So if we check that and we catch that when it's early, it doesn't damage your motherboard and your other parts in your computer. And we can take what would have been, you know, a brand new computer buy and turn it into a $100 repair. So it can make a huge difference in the cost of your repairs. And then you need maintenance every 6 months. People don't realize that. You need it every 6 months. No matter, and if you say, I'm not a big computer user,
No.
you are the normal user.
It's like getting a cleaning at the dentist every 6 months.
I don't need a lot.
Right. It's like, no,
The
you
more
want
often
to
you
keep
do
your
it,
teeth?
the less you have to do to it.
Actually, I've been eating more than normal lately.
Candy.
I need to get back on the wagon.
How long do these checkups take?
Gotcha. Now that's the key thing. So basically we have the amount of time the checkup takes. It can take about 8 hours. It depends on the size of your hard drive and how much memory you have because we scan all that stuff. Now the trick is getting in early. Because when these go on sale, this is the early bird thing right now.
There's a rush.
Because when I get on the radio next week and start talking about this, then we're going to get punched in the face. So
not literally. Please don't go punch Thor anywhere.
Yeah. So, well, you know, here's the difference. Right now, we're still on a 24-hour turnaround. Next week, it'll probably be a 2-day turnaround.
And this is something. There are some services you offer where folks don't have to bring their computers in. You can do it online. This is a physical checkup, so you're without your PC for that 24 hours or.
We haven't figured out how to blow out your fan through the internet yet, but we're working on it. We're working on it.
You'll get
But
there one
it's an
eventually.
8-hour. We've talked about this before. It's amazing when you put these on sale, as they are right now, what the value story is, because it takes about 8 hours once you start this checkup to get everything done.
Yeah, you ask somebody to do anything at your house for 8 hours for $40.
I'm going to
It
tell you
just-
to fly a
can't get it done.
kite.
That's illegal. You go to jail.
The best way to take advantage of the checkups is we take a look at the locations on the screen right here. The Village Point, of course, Papillion, Lincoln. Do people just call to make an appointment?
No appointments required. It's first come, first serve, so which is why you want to get in as early as possible. So I know, you probably have things going on today. It's a beautiful day out right now.
What time do you open?
We're open at 10, so unhook the computer, bring it on in at 10. We're there
Yeah.
till 8, so if you got things to do today, just add it to your errands for the day. If you have a laptop you're bringing in, please do bring your power cord.
Because that's getting checked.
Yeah, because that's your power supply. If you have a desktop, do not bring any cords or dongles. Yes, dongle is a real word. The little keyboard
Look at
plugs.
me. Yeah.
Well,
Mac and PC.
people look at me when I say dongle, and they're like,
But Mac and PC, everything's good on this.
"Oh yeah, Mac,
checkup,
PC
yeah.
is the whole bit."
And Windex on the keyboard?
It was completely unrelated to his problem.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just coincidental. He probably felt bad, but it was just coincidental.
Thank
see
you,
you, thanks,
Thor.
guys.
So comedian Frank